So you made a thesis film
Right.
entitled Who Framed the Movie Critic? Is that
Yeah.
right? And we were talking earlier about how in France a movie critic has so much power. How do you feel movie critics should be regarded, and do you submit your films to be critiqued?
I enjoy a lot critics, and I want to have more and more feedbacks about what I do. So of course I'm not the kind of guy who's going to say you don't know nothing, so don't talk about my movie. I love having the most feedback I can about my movies, and I think that what a lot of critics would need to have is more knowledge of how you make a movie. I mean, how we make a movie, and it's. I mean, I think that a lot of critics have um, these theories. They have this knowledge, this great knowledge about movies, like from the expressionist German cinema to nowadays blockbusters. They have this great knowledge, but I think that a lot of them lack a sense of craft of filmmaking. I think, and that's what struck me when I made the jump from creating myself to a director, is that not a lot of people know the craft of filmmaking. And I think that I don't consider myself as an artist, and I don't consider filmmaker as artists, but more as craftsmen. And I think that's, I mean, it's like carpenters. I mean, it's something you just go with your hands, your bare hands, and you just work on a set. It's very physical. I think that's why it's more of a craft, and I think that a lot of critics don't have this knowledge of the craft of filmmaking.
So you studied to be a film critic, or that was your hopes?
Yeah, exactly. I studied to be a film critic. I've been a film critic for a while in France, and I realized that it was a conservative choice for me to do that, and I really wanted to be a director forever, to make my movies and not only talk about other people's movies. So I made a jump, and I decided, no, you have to make movies and tell the stories your way.
Where did you study in France?
So yeah, in France, I studied movie critic in La Sorbonne. I studied journalism at La Sorbonne, and with this idea of me wanting to be a film critic. So yeah, it was at La Sorbonne.
Do you remember the day or a few incidents when you said, you know what, this isn't for me?
Well, I have a lot of moments like that where I said to myself, it's not for me. I was a lot younger and maybe a bit, now when I look back, maybe a bit back in the days, obnoxious about what I wanted to do. I was like, I wanted to make movies, and I didn't make a clear choice. I said I wanted to make movies and artistical stuff, but I was still learning to be a critic. So I was at the crossroads of the two of them, and I didn't make a clear choice. So I kind of say that every single time I was going to make an interview, to make a report on a movie, interview filmmakers, actors, all that stuff, every single time I was like, I want to be on the other side, and I want to tell my stories, because that's what I want to do. And so yeah, pretty much all the time. Then to answer your question, I've been thinking about that.